Welcome here from sunny Portland. I'm here by my front door. Actually, this is the only place I could come and be live with you guys while my babies are napping. So today, this is another episode for for the series that I'm doing on worship ministry. And today, I actually want to talk about worship and ministry and limitations that we face and how to overcome limitations that we have in our ministry. And this is actually, I got this topic idea from Christine DeMarco, I think her last name is. She actually spoke at the Worship U conference, and yeah, I thought it was such an interesting topic because I feel like at one point or another, every single person who's in ministry faces some kind of like limitation. And I think limitations can be like either I don't have the perfect voice, or my voice range is not that good, or I can't play by ear good enough, or I can't pick up melodies good enough. And these limitations make us either quit, or how Christine says is so good. She says, we're defined whether we quit or whether we cry out. So I thought that was really interesting. And so another thing that she says is that instead of just hesitating from the limitation, run into it. And I thought that was such an interesting topic. And so the example that I have is a lot of times, like, during worship, I think it's like there's always someone in your ministry. If you have a lot of people in your ministry, there will be that person who you think they do the same thing that you should be doing. Let's say there's another keyboard player and she or he happens to sing even better, or he or she happens to play even better. And when you see that in the ministry, you get thoughts about, like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. There's already someone doing it. And it's so easy, I think, especially if there's someone else in your church who's better, it's so easy to kind of quit. And I've seen it over and over again. Like when I was leading worship, we had another soloist, and we were trying to rise up another younger soloist, and she had an amazing voice. But because the original soloist who always soloed was really good at singing, the younger one sort of felt like, she just got to this point where she's like, I'm not really as good as her, and she's already soloing anyway, why should I? And so she quit. And after like a lot of just like talking with her and stuff, she's now back in worship and she's singing. But the point is that a lot of times when there is so much when there is some comparison going on, it's really easy to quit and not move forward. But what I want to tell you today is that, you have something given to you that nobody else in this world has. And so even if you see other people doing things, let's say they're playing better than you or they're singing better than you, they're serving. God is giving them a specific audience to serve and a specific way to serve that audience, and he's given you a different audience and a different way that you can serve that audience. Even if it's the same audience, you still have different talents and gifts, or a different way that you express his heart, a different way that you express God's heart, and it's going to be different for every person. Even, so if there's comparison, or if you feel like you have limitations and you look at them and you're thinking like, what am I supposed to do? Should I even do it? Is it worth to do this? What I'm going to say is that yes, it's worth it, because there's no one in the world who can represent God's heart the way you can, because God made you super unique. And another thing is, when you're thinking about how to overcome, the biggest suggestion that I would give is that when God gives you a calling and a destiny over your life, he always supplies. Like, guys, he's a provider. So if you ever feel like, man, there's really, I don't know what to do, I don't know I'm gonna overcome this, or I don't know if I'll ever get good at this. If you struggle with rhythm, if you struggle with singing, your range, just know that God is a provider, He's a supplier. And if you stick with it and you run at your limitation and know that you're doing this for something bigger than yourself, because ultimately God is the giver and He's the supplier. And if you keep that in mind and you run towards your limitations and your problems, knowing that He is fighting for you, like, I think that really makes a big difference. So anyway, so that's the little topic of today's how to overcome limitations, and especially comparison limitations. I think those are the worst. And I actually talk a lot about how to combat these things by spending time alone with God. And I show you exactly how I love to spend time alone with God and exactly what I play on my keyboard that doesn't distract me from spending time and connecting with the Lord. And I actually, that's the first module in the piano ministry course. Like, it is amazing. I think it'll help you so much. And I'm actually giving away a free prayer guide for you to know exactly what to play during prayer and to learn a little bit more about the course. I will put the link right below this video. So yeah, this is a little short, little devotional for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Ah, there's like a fly here. And I will see you next time I go live. Bye.